think we're going to have the the advent calendar of not always shit games, because I'm going to be very busy. I've already done hundreds of fucking videos still. I have to watch all of them back. Make sure there's nothing too iffy in what I'm saying. Nothing to do with the games. I couldn't give a shit if people don't agree with the games. Because some of these games cost a lot of money today. Like Benny Hill's Madcap something or other on the ZX Spectrum went for like 65 quid plus postage the other day. Now it looks shit. I had a quick go on that game, and it was quite interesting actually. And the first thing I thought was like, okay, to do this on the C64, you have to be doing stuff in high resolution, which means manipulating about 9K of RAM, 1K for the colour RAM, and 8K for the high-res bitmap screen. Now on the Spectrum they do things a little bit differently, and Spectrum still has 6K of memory. That's because it's a 32 column machine, not 40 column. But yeah, but anyway, I am gonna do the Benny Hill game on the Spectrum, because I want to know if it's worth anything like 65 quid. I understand it's very rare. It was never converted to the C64. And I don't think it's utterly shit, actually. I have to play it, but watching gameplay videos you have to be careful, because if you look at Grand Prix Circuit on the C64, in the videos it looks as unplayable as most 3D games on the C64. However, it's not, and that's a real revelation. But yeah, anyway, I don't fancy Christmas with my so-called kitchen at the moment, where loads of things have been ripped out, and the only thing that's been put in is a new freezer, and also, oh yeah, the washing machine, which some cocksucker has stood on before delivering it. So they bent all the body at the back, and they broke the paper thin fucking piece of chipboard for a lid. Fuck. This was a really expensive, well, for me, washing machine, because I had to buy one with 9 kilo drums, so I can wash frozen stuff that the cats sit on all the time, because I'm not going to the bloody laundrette. But the sheet metal on that thing, oh, and it's made by Hoover. The sheet metal is about as thin as a 1970s fucking Fiat road car, or Alfa I should say too. They're just as bad. Bit like 1999 to 2005 BMW 3 Series, they're just as bad now. Oof, if you ain't got a garage with air conditioning, you can forget saving one of those for 10 years for some sort of perceived money. But the point is, as I'm doing now, my internet is flaky as fuck. My kitchen is pretty much half done. The trouble is, the half that's done is the ripping out half. I'm not even including sorting out the walls or the ceiling. I can deal with them once the kitchen is done. Now, so I need to get cracking on to, as much as possible, as one person, with or without my particular lack of super strength for my age. What do you think I am, Sylvester Stallone at this age? I don't think so, mate. He was making Rambo films at my age. Fuck! So, yeah, and I've got loads of other stuff I need to actually finish. As soon as oh yeah, we can't go and get lino for the floor in the kitchen, so there's that. But yeah, I'm going to be quite busy, I think, so I'm going to schedule videos to go up because the internet is flaky anyway. Good thing I uploaded, I think it was about 5 or 6 videos yesterday, and I'm uploading another 2 today. So I think if I upload like one batch every 24 hours, I think. Yeah, yeah, the Mad Commodore Advent video calendar. Yeah, we'll call it that. Fuck it. It's not a disaster. It'll work out somehow. Whatever happens, I need to upload the bloody videos because converting them to MP4 so they don't turn into fucking digital puke over compressed shit just because they're 480p. Takes up double the space if I didn't do that with the files, so they need to be uploaded, and once they're uploaded then I can delete them, all the originals, because they take the same amount of space, and at least I know I've got clips that I can use with Camtasia. So there's that. So I think that's the best way to go. So if I don't reply to comments, it's either because I'm covered in crap working on my kitchen or other parts of the house, or I am actually playing C64 games, maybe even recording them now, after doing that sort of fucking donkey work, which I hate. I hate manual labour. I've got an IQ of nearly 140 for fuck's sake. And I don't talk like this when I ring up, you know, my internet service provider to tell them what the fuck is going on with this internet. Up and down like a fucking escort's knickers stroke Les Coq Sportif jock straps. I think that's what they were called. I presume people thought it was funny, the sporty cock, wearing those sporty boxer type thing. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Point is, there's going to be a few videos coming on every day. I'll have to pick a time that's easy to set, because the YouTube fucking upload system is fucking wanked now. But and uploading bulk stuff really fucks up the rest of Chrome while it's running. But I think I can keep ahead of that, despite what's going on with the internet. And I don't think I'll really have the energy all the time between now and Christmas to edit too much stuff. So we'll just have to finish off the plasma TV versus LCD face-off for Christmas. Sorry, main Meister. Mean face-off in the true sense of the word, as you would have a face-off in a car magazine, BMW 8 Series and Aston Martin DB7 face-off. Guess which one of those costs a ridiculous amount of money now, and guess which one of those was actually, yeah, the British performance car magazines rated it to the oversoft sort of American cars from the 90s kind of experience. Well, this is a BMW 850 CSI, which is basically an M division car. Yeah, they haven't really done too much, but it's got a special engine and special steering, active rear axle kinematics arc, which is basically just saying, we quite like the Japanese doing the old rear wheel steering, let's just copy them, but we won't call it rear wheel steering, just in case. Not that BMW used to sell a lot in Japan back then. The import taxes are massive, which hopefully is brings me on to the third special, which is was going to be what the hell happened to the Commodore Max machine in Japan. Never got as far as being released anywhere else. I think that's because of the keyboard manufacturer had to be taken to court because 30% of the keyboards, the membrane keyboards, the ZX81 style keyboards they produced for the Max machine, didn't actually work. So they took them to court and sued them, but I suppose, you know, that doesn't do great things between client, supplier, fucking relations, I guess. Yeah, I was only going to have one bloody roll up, but this has gone rambling on too long. But this is an important update. God damn it, now that I've said that, I'm going to have to do some sort of klaxon noise, suitably sci-fi in sound, maybe some Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy type Don't Panic business, rather than Don't Panic Mr. Mannering from Dad's Army, which I never used to like. Jesus Christ, I'm really digressing now, but what do you expect? This is a Mad Commodore emergency update with loads of non-emergency type comments flying in from everywhere. Well, at least I got the joking about the 1970s Alpha or Fiat cars and their rust problems because they had thin metal on my washing machine. So the rest is a bonus really. I'm winging it, but no, basically it's very interesting what happened, what was actually going on in Japan, and the only bit of information I can't find now to do a Top Hat Gaming Man style video about ultimately why the Famicom was the king and where the hell was the Intellivision and ColecoVisions and Atari sales in Japan. Let alone, you know, what happened to the Max machine. That's Commodore. That's a computer company trying to break into the console market. So that turned out to be a really interesting thing. And yeah, so apart from finding out the import duty tax rate in Japan, obviously I'm talking about, for 1982, basically from like 1980, well 78 ideally, but I don't know when the Atari VCS was first imported unofficially, but on a large scale by Epoch, the makers of Astro Wars. You see what I mean? It gets really interesting. I had Astro Wars. Astro Wars was brilliant. When I take the piss out of some games, I do actually say this is worse than Astro Wars. However, it costs about £23, £22 less, and you don't have to put fucking batteries in it. But I loved Astro Wars, everything about Astro Wars, except constantly having to ask your dad to go and buy you those larger batteries. And I think my dad did actually take me to like a garage or something to get batteries one night when I was a like little kid, because I wanted to play something like Astro Wars, but it may have been the Pong console. You see, so there's all sorts of things going on, and you know, I've seen that Top Hat Gaming Man video about why the Atari VCS failed in Japan. It's a very short video, and probably because he's just read a page or two on Wikipedia, maybe they link to each other, he just hasn't really thought out what the implications are, and ultimately it explains a lot of things. It's very interesting. And what the hell were the Japanese doing at that time? You'd think, see, I always thought, well, they were going for home computers. Maybe they were. I have to check the figures for that. But I need to play some Famicom games from about 1983. Well, actually 1983. I think I've done it for the Sega SG-1000. See? And then we can possibly edit a nice little Christmas special. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. Fuck knows how long that video was. See, now, I wish I had the brain that I had 30 years ago, because I would have immediately remembered in this PS update exactly what PS stood for. I was watching something a few days ago, and they actually said it all posh in the long words. I think it's Latin actually. I don't believe it's postscript, although it might mean that. Anyway, yeah, the emergency bit is, yeah, obviously there's going to be a very interesting, and I use that very wildly and loosely because it's probably going to be quite boring and shit, like my last Christmas special, which is going to centre around the C64 full size again, but also the VIC 20, which actually makes not even less sense when you say it like that. What VIC 20? The pet keyed one? Yes. What, the one with the figure of 8 PSU connector? And you could be like, no, the one from Retro Games. Anyway, that's another thing I was working on, and obviously there'll be some very, very, very weird tests for that thing, but also some very relevant ones that nobody has really covered to my satisfaction. I'm talking, you know, the whole USB microswitch joystick business as well, and we're going to have like, you know, like effectively when they do a car review at the end of their 1 or 2 year lease in a car magazine for one that they personally keep in ownership, just as you know, what's it like to live with this thing. And also there was the Christmas miracle this year. Note to self, even though I'm not going to edit this out because I can't be bothered. Just make sure you don't say that it's the finding and successful testing of the twin Sega Genesis Mega Drive joypad to one USB port adapter.
I have bought you my final surprise present, this muff which I'm going to give you tomorrow.
Which just turned up out of the blue. I swear to God, I've looked for it there. It's a Christmas miracle, god damn it. We've done it again. Another Christmas miracle. Ah well, internet is on and off, so I guess we're doing Leaping Larry, and I can finish off that fucking free video special. Plus some bullshit at the start. But that's a whole day's worth of work for me, so I better get on. Because a real computer doesn't need the internet to be fun or useful, and that's where Windows and every modern computer fails to be worth a shit. Without the internet, you would have given up on them a long time ago. Not so with a C64.